Good viewers, it's my pleasure being here today. So today we'll be discussing a very interesting topic as usual, which is the act of saving and developing skills to actually enhance one's ability or capacity to earn. See, over the years, there have been this myth or false belief that it is only the wealthy rich that can actually save. Even as an individual, I lived in that self-deception for so many years. But if I'm not earning so much, saving is practically impossible. But that is a lie. Do you know that if you can save 50,000 on a monthly basis, by the end of the year, that is a whooping sum of 600,000 naira. That fund can be used to do some other meaningful things like investing in mutual funds, shares, or any other fixed income securities that can yield daily income for you as an individual. So whether you're earning much or you're earning less, you can actually save. Saving is a culture that is born out of discipline, out of the quest to actually achieve something great. So irrespective of how much you're earning, you can actually set aside specific amount on a monthly basis, with the aim of achieving a target in the future. So, what are those habits that can actually impede your ability to save? There's so many of them, but maybe I'll just mention one or two. The act of impulse buying. When you go out, you see something very attractive, you want to buy. That emotional impulse, you're not able to control yourself. Anything you see, you want to buy. Impulse buying can be very, very dangerous. Before you know, you're out of cash and you can't even give a perfect audit on how you actually expend the money that you spend over a particular period of time. You see yourself retrogressing. Then another is living above your means. If you know the amount you're earning cannot afford you to live in a 2 or 3 bedroom flat, why go for such flamboyant lifestyle? There's this proverb that you should cut your coat according to your clothes. It is very, very essential. In fact, for me, I suggest living below your means, living below par. When I say living below par, I'm not saying you should live a life of self-denial, whereby you're not eating properly, you're not dressing fine. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you can live below your means, you know, live within what your income can actually accommodate so that you can have free funds that can be channeled into investments. So living above your means is one other daily habit that can impede your growth financially. The next one is also that can impede your growth is actually spending for pleasure. In fact, it's so bad that some people can actually borrow money to flex in quotes or to cash cruise in quotes. It is very, very bad. You don't borrow money to expend on unproductive activities. No, it is not done. Even on a national level, when a country is borrow money to spend on things that will not yield income, revenue for that country, what happens is that the country GDP, the economic performance will be nosediving over the years. So the same thing applies to an individual. You don't borrow money to cruise or cash pleasure. No, you don't do that. So borrowing for the purpose of expending on self gratification can be very, very, very deadly. So, that being said, please you want to watch out for those habits this year that will actually impede you from growing financially. It is very, very wrong. Please, we shouldn't do that. So, that being said, we talk about the importance of saving and why you can actually save, whether you're earning much or earning a little less. Yes, everyone can save. The next thing we're talking about is skill acquisition, self development. You see, for one to have a constant cash flow, you really need to have the ability to earn. And that ability to earn can only be possible if you have skills that are marketable. Today, there's so many things you can learn online. Video editing, graphic design, digital marketing, data analysis, and much more. So this year should be lived with so much purpose. We should live it intentionally. You know, Develop yourself, learn a skill, and see how your capacity to earn will increase and you become valuable to both to yourself and to the society at large. So I'm going to drop in the comment section, you know, different saving schemes that one can adopt if you're low income earner, and of course, skills that you can devote yourself to learning and actually build your capacity to earn. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure having you today. Yeah, and please don't forget to like this video and also subscribe. Thank you and have a nice day.